You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE NXT After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE NXT After Show.
Ole. Welcome everybody to the very first AfterBuzz NXT After podcast. I am your host Ryan Clum, and I am joined with, smiling over there and laughing at me already, my host from AfterBuzz Raw, Cathy, Kelley.
Hello, everyone. I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Yes, I know. She's going to be laughing at me all day. And to her left, we are very, very pleased to have international wrestling star. He was in 2010 to 2012 under WWE developmental with Florida Championship Wrestling. He has wrestled for AAA in Mexico, CMLL in Mexico, and he is currently one half of the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions.
And former
Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Thank you very much.
Alex Koslov, everybody.
Alex Koslov.
And we'll be.
Why don't I get an intro like that? You like him more?
Yes. I mean, you don't wrestle in Japan?
I
could
could
go to Japan, please, as a tourist or something.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, I love the welcome. And two words pop into my head: funny and what a mark.
I read your Wikipedia before I came in.
It's incorrect.
Oh, I'm sorry. So anyways, we have just about 25 minutes to recap the show today. We are a little bit rushed, so we're going to get right into it. First match, we have Charlotte and Bayley taking on the team of Alicia Fox and Oksana. Starts off with Bayley in there with Oksana, and Oksana kind of tries to say, "Hey, give me a hug, Bayley." Bayley is starstruck with all the divas that she seems to wrestle with. So Bayley goes in for the hug. Oksana hits her with the knee, picks her up, hits her with the side slam, goes for a quick pin, tags in Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox hits a beautiful drop kick. And then they get her in the corner, and they just start working on her. Good tags in and out, quick tags. Bayley eventually gets that hug into a belly-to-belly suplex, and finally gets the tag into Charlotte, who comes in and hits the Charlotte's Web. Oksana slips out of it, and what happened here? Oksana slips out of the Charlotte's Web. She gets whipped into the corner, just like her father, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. She flips out of the turnbuckle, gets up, and sorry.
You're good.
She gets thrown off the top,
yes.
And she rolls, which is, gotta tell you, Ric Flair had a long career, but he could never learn how to roll like his daughter.
Right,
so.
yeah. And so she
Charlotte's
rolls out of it,
looking
hits
really
the
good.
flying clothesline. Bayley comes and tags herself in. A little bit of confusion between the two, a little miscommunication. But Bayley back in the corner. Alicia Fox comes running with the boot and kind of seems to hit Oksana with it, and Bayley rolls her up for the 1, 2, 3, and that is it.
Yeah.
Exciting.
What you guys think?
Well, first of all, I love to watch women wrestle.
Yes.
And all of them looked really great, actually. Oksana, who is a sweetheart, and she's got this cute little sexy accent and all that stuff, but it gets annoying if she talks for a while, but it's all good. She looked great as well. And you know what? Bayley, she's got something, you know? She's got an interesting thing going.
And you weren't familiar with her before, right? Is this the first time you've seen her?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her, and that was the first time, and there's something to her.
Yeah,
she's got an interesting look, and also I think Alicia Fox looked great.
Yeah,
Alicia Fox looked really good today. I really like that they give them more time on NXT for Divas matches. I think that's really important, and I mean Charlotte I think looks phenomenal in the ring. Like I think she is really impressive.
Yeah, and the one thing with Charlotte is I hadn't really liked her look, and she changed it up a little bit today.
She did,
Darker hair, new gear.
Was she a blonde before you said?
Yeah, she was all blonde.
She didn't look all that good.
And I didn't really like the way she
reminded
looked in
you
her
of
gear.
her father or something.
She did an interview on the website for WWE about like how she got into wrestling and stuff, and she said that her dad always said that she would be a great wrestler, but that he never pressured her to do it.
Interesting.
That's You know, and I'll tell you, in NXT or what was former FCW before, you'll never get to see matches like of a decent time on WWE TV, but I know Dusty Rhodes, you know, has always given them time in FCW and NXT, which is great. You know, the women get an opportunity to show what they've got. So
Which is great when you're learning.
Absolutely. And then when you go up to TV, throw all of that out the window because you only got 1 minute, 1 minute and a half. And you better look good, and you better look sexy, because that's the job of a diva.
Speaking of good, one thing I forgot to mention was Alicia Fox hit a beautiful Northern Light suplex with like a perfect bridge up.
She's a good wrestler.
Up on her tippy toes, yeah.
She can go.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's done before. Was she an athlete?
No, I think she was a model.
She's really tall.
Yeah.
She's like 5'10".
Yeah. She's gotten much better. Like I just over the last couple of years too, her wrestling's gotten much smoother. She's a super athlete.
Oh, no, she's great. Her sister, she used to be in FCW too. She got released. She was decent as well.
Really?
Didn't have the character that her older sister had. Alicia's got great character. If they put the mic on her, if she was a heel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's got potential. They can't find anything for her, for whatever reason. But she's great. She's great in the ring. And if you change her character, make her be a bad girl, she'd make a great bad girl.
Awesome. Yeah. We never get to see her talk, so that's interesting to hear that. Unfortunately,
but the few times that I have as a heel, back in the day, several years ago, I was like, wow, she's got something.
Wow,
she's got some attitude.
Awesome, and I'm sure she's better now. Natural. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, we go to the back, and Sylvester Lefort is talking with his client Scott Dawson, and in walks your buddy Alexander Rusev. And he says, tonight is about getting revenge on Mason Ryan. When he has a big match like tonight, someone will have his back. And then he asks Alexander what he is going to do to Mason Ryan, which he takes the board that says Mason on it and snaps it in half.
Yeah, what dedication. I mean, when Alexander Rusev has somebody in mind, he's going to take the time. He's going to, find a marker. He's going to put it on the board. And, I mean, that's dedication.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the lessons that he's learned from it.
It's such a simple gimmick, but it's so memorable. I think it's really smart.
Because it's so visual.
Yeah.
And anybody can understand that. Name, break in half.
It makes him look like a beast.
Yeah. And what great handwriting. What great.
Beautiful.
He's got great form.
Beautiful penmanship.
I really think that he needs to start doing like hearts on the eyes or something.
I think that a little heart maybe in the corners, that really shows some love.
Or like a smiley face.
A little smiley face with a crooked, maybe one eyebrow goes up and the other goes like this.
Winky with the tongue out.
Really weird. And but you know what though? I'm so happy to see Alexander Rusev finally be used on TV. He's been plagued with injuries. He had he broke his neck. He had a leg injury, and to surpass all that and finally be on TV, and he looked so good. I'm so happy. Represent, my man. Represent. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so we move on to next match is Corey Graves with his tag team partner Adrian Neville taking on Rick Victor of the Ascension with Connor O'Brien. And Rick Victor has Corey Graves' championship belt, which he took from him last week when they attacked. So Graves comes down, still wrapped up, ribs injured from last week, and Graves just gets right on him from the beginning. Very aggressive, kicks, punches, taking him from corner to corner, until he finally locks in a forward face lock. Rick Victor fights out, targeting the ribs until Corey Graves hits him with a suplex, gets a 2 count. He whips Victor into the ropes. Victor reverses, and Graves hits a high cross body and injures his ribs when he hits this high cross body, hurting him. Rick Victor takes over for a little bit until Graves finally fights back. He goes in the ropes. he picks him. I'm sorry. Graves is picked up by Rick Victor, drops the ribs right across the ropes, and we go to commercial from there. We come
love
back.
those commercials.
You love those commercial
Love it,
breaks right in the middle of the match.
Yeah, I always buy those products.
That is the one thing that sucks about Hulu is that you're forced to watch the commercials.
And we hate being forced.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
One thing I have heard, though, that's kind of cool about NXT over some of the other programs is supposedly from where the commercials are, you're not missing all that time. We're not missing 4 minutes of the match.
They go from that.
Yeah, because it's pre-taped. So
it's pretty cool. We that 30 seconds of action.
Yeah,
I don't want to miss
Oh,
that.
no.
I don't want to miss that.
Can't
no
miss a
way.
second
No way,
of it.
Jose.
So Corey Graves starts to fight back. He comes back. He hits a STO on Rick Victor. Signals for the knee, which brings up Conor O'Brien to the apron. Adrian Neville jumps in the ring, runs across, hits a drop kick.
Beautiful.
And then beautiful
Pescado.
What would you call it? A pescado?
That's I mean, God,
I know it is a
in
house
English
show dive.
it's fish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The boys call it a house show dive,
Yes.
which means hey, it's a house show. You people don't get to see all this cool stuff because it's not TV kind of thing, in a way. But when Neville, is that how you say his name? Neville.
Neville. Adrian Neville.
Close.
Neville. Neville, when he hits the a house show dive, it looks so good. You know,
Yeah.
he's so natural. It makes everything look pretty.
So Rick Victor takes Graves once again. He puts him up on his shoulders. He had earlier hit kind of a rib buster on him.
Yeah.
And he goes for the same move again. And Graves grabs him, rolls him up into a small package. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful finish.
Beautiful finish. Beautifully executed move. You know, it looked very good. Rick Victor and Corey Graves. Well, first let me say something about Corey Graves. I mean, it's obvious to probably everybody that the only reason that Corey Graves is even on NXT is because he's really close friends with CM Punk, and he's absolutely got no talent. I'm so kidding. He's so, I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding.
That's a heat getter right there.
I'm so kidding. No, Corey Graves. I love the guy. He's a great guy, and he's a talented wrestler.
Have you guys ever worked?
Yeah, we have in FCW, and he was developing his sexy persona, little gimmick, whatever the hell he's doing now. But like, he could cut a promo. He could tell a great story. He's a story if you look at him. You know. So
I think that WWE fans are also, now that CM Punk is the best in the world, that like they're ready for that alternative style of wrestler.
Totally. I'm already on my 3rd tattoo. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. If that's what it takes, hey,
Are you gonna like AfterBuzz?
I'm gonna do this like this. Watch it. Do you think this is?
Oh, it's gonna be kind of reverse.
Actually, if I
Downstay.
if I tatted anything, I would totally like. I'm a big fan of neck tattoos now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like Yellow Wolf.
You
That's
should
what
get
I'm
like a
talking about.
butterfly.
I was told by a friend
Yeah.
who's into tattooing that you're not supposed to get your neck tattoo until you're fully sleeved. I mean, I don't know anything about
fully
that
sleeved?
until
What do you-
your arms are fully sleeved.
For real?
That's just a friend of mine that's really into tattoos. His musician told me once.
didn't
I don't
know
know
that.
how true that is, but
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't
just
know that.
mentioned. Yeah, in the tattooing world, it's taboo supposedly to go to the neck before your arms are sleeved.
Oh.
I have a neck tattoo.
Yeah,
the
well,
rule.
I don't think you can. That's,
Yeah, but when
you're okay. You're exempt.
do you think tattoos on the neck? You think it's kind of hot?
I don't know. I have one.
You have one?
Yeah.
What do you got? A butterfly or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like a cool butterfly though.
Exciting.
So.
Butterfly.
All right.
I think. I wanted to say one thing about
Oh,
the
yeah, go,
Ascension
sorry.
is, I love them. Like I didn't like them before, but I feel like they're really their gimmick is just really powerful, and I really feel like it's just a matter of time before they're brought up to the main roster.
I wish they would steal the idea of that light, though. The guy who was let go from the Ascension before would have that light in the entrance that would illuminate his face. That looked really cool.
You like the
I wish
intro
they would
for the
steal
the
that.
Ascension.
Yeah. Did you see the thing in the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment that there was like 4 guys over
Yeah.
there. And at first they were frozen, but it's because our screen froze. But then when they got working, I mean, that thing in the background, I literally thought there were like more of them, which was so cool.
Yeah, there, and then it kind of just morphed out.
And
cool.
and just this whole trend with vampires. I mean, what's that?
Underworld. It makes me think of Underworld.
How
a
about
little bit,
that
their
one for the
entrance.
teenagers? So what's that?
Oh,
He's thinking
Twilight.
of Twilight. Is that his favorite
The
movie?
sparkly vampires.
I love that movie. You know how these guys turn into wolves and then it's so cool. I love that. Oh, Twilight.
All right.
Are you ready for the next one? It's gonna come out. I'm so excited.
Oh man, maybe you can review that here.
I'd love to.
So we're moving on. Sasha is in makeup getting ready. Summer Rain comes to her and says, what are you thinking how you can be relevant? And says the match next week is the biggest match of her life. It could be life-changing. Sasha said she is that she is stirring up trouble for no reason. She says Summer says no, she has a reason. And that this match can make her relevant. Paige is the anti-diva, and that means she thinks she's better. She's too good, and she's better than them. Yeah. And she says, unleash the rage and give her the beatdown of her life.
And during this segment, there was a light behind them, which probably shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, Kristen Rosenberg boxed me and said, I better mention that. So.
What's wrong with the light anyway? I mean, it's, you know.
It's taboo to have production equipment seen on camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a production mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could actually see it at the end in the back, and you could also see it in the mirror. They caught it in the beginning of the promo.
It's kind of like sometimes on reality television, you see the boom come down, or, you know, it's just, it looks tacky.
And what's actually funny, if on film, you actually see that a lot too. If you're at the movie theater and the aperture is off, sometimes you can actually see boom mics in movies. And if the projectionist isn't good enough.
I understand this mistake in live television, but if this is something that was pre-taped, like that, it should have been fixed.
Yeah, or else they did it and they got in there. It's
But hey, guys, let's look at the positive. I mean, there was so much lighting. We could see all the beautiful details of these beautiful divas. I mean,
and I didn't notice it until it was told. Someone told me I needed to notice.
Believe me, I wasn't checking out that light.
Yeah,
believe me, I was not checking that out.
No, you were looking at the two beautiful women in front of the lights.
Beautifully, so well lit.
And you were saying you like Summer Rae.
Oh, Summer Rae is great. She's great. I'm glad that she's on TV. She's great. She's just beautiful, and she reminds me of Dee from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, they do kind of look alike.
But she's beautiful and talented. She can tell a good story if you put a microphone on her. I'm not familiar too much with Sasha Banks. Is she alright?
Yeah, she's okay. She's out of New England, so she's a good
wrestler.
She's a good wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
She's on her way up. So.
And Summer Rae, she's learning.
All right, so we're running out of a little time here, so I'm going to just get through a couple of these things so we can get to the main event and the Rusev match. We next go to Paige, and she says she doesn't know what Summer is up to, and she doesn't care. Sasha is good, but she's the champ. And what the anti-diva means is she's not here to be a cover girl. She's here to cover girls in the middle of the ring. And she's a fighter, and she's going to give Sasha the best fight of her life next week.
Exciting.
So yeah, I'm excited for that match.
I love that girl, anti-diva.
Yeah,
Paige is
amazing.
So talented.
Yeah.
So talented, and she's, what is she, like 19, 20?
I think she's 14.
Nah, I think she might have just turned 20. She just turned
21. I saw her when they were here at SummerSlam.
Okay.
We kind of celebrated her birthday in some hole in the wall type of bar.
Oh, nice.
Very eerie. But yeah, she's young, so talented. She's got such a bright future.
Yeah.
I
Comes
hope
from a wrestling family.
I hope if I can just say this real quickly, I hope that the WWE can expand the time that divas have on TV.
Yes,
we've kind of said that it looks like on Raw they're shaping up to bring in more divas because AJ's had this little kick where she threw everyone else under the bus, so it would be cool to bring up like Paige and
be very
a bunch
cool.
of the other girls.
Okay, coming up next, we have your boy, Alexander Rusev, taking on Mason Ryan. And I think this might be one of the most technical matches I've ever seen. Amazing hold to hold. Just kidding. This was a fight from the beginning. They just a lock up and a standoff. Rusev starts the fight, starts kicking. A couple of shoulder blocks by Mason Ryan. Rusev takes over with a beautiful flying leg lariat.
Oh my god,
it
was
unbelievable.
Wait, it was a spinning heel kick.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
what it was
where he ran off and he spun
off the ropes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've never seen him do that. For a guy his size to move like that, it's fantastic. Incredible. I don't think Big E Langston can do that.
No.
And Big E's amazing.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna jump and do a karate kick in the air like that.
Completely explosive.
That's because he ain't no kickboxer like my boy Alexander Rusev.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I like his lockup style. He's up here, got this weird kind of Muay Thai thing going.
Confuses you with the hands.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gonna do a little dance or something, but then he's gonna kick you and stuff. And
but it's different, and it's a totally different style. I've heard people complain that, you know, being down in NXT, you're going through the same trainers and everyone kind of has a bit of the same style. And he's completely different. I mean, there's nothing he's not like anybody else.
And that's great. He found something to be different, and it's working for him. He looks good doing it, so he's so good.
Let me see here. We get what's his Scott Dawson kind of starts to get involved. Brings up LaForte gets up, and Rusev charges Mason in the corner, locks in the camel clutch,
Vicious.
and vicious camel clutch, and Mason he taps pretty fast
right away.
Yeah.
And Mason is a big dude, so that tells you of the power and strength of Alexander Rusev.
Yeah, and I love the camel clutch. You know, I love the Iron Sheik.
Yeah,
as a
I love
kid,
it.
So,
it's awesome.
So it's a great move. We haven't seen anyone really use that. When's the last person someone used that as a finisher? Was it Big Papa Pump? That used?
He's one of the notorious guys who use it, and I
haven't
can't
seen it
think
really
of
used.
someone else.
Yeah, you always see modified ones, but you don't really see it as a finisher anymore.
Oh, look great.
Yeah, so I thought that was a great
And
match.
Mason looked good too. Mason Ryan. He looks like he leaned out a little bit. Still looks big and strong and all that, but he was moving around well.
Yeah.
His problem was always, I mean, he's such a specimen, but he kind of moved. His movements was kind of unnatural.
Right.
So he looked good in this match.
Yeah,
Our
he's getting a bit more
producer-
charismatic, and
What's that?
I think some of his facial expressions and stuff are getting better as well too. Just some of his character stuff.
He's a great guy. He's he's dedicated. So hopefully he can find something and get better and get back to TV.
Yeah.
You said your producer what?
Oh, I was gonna say that our producer Steven walked by during this match and he was like, "That guy is so buff." He's definitely one of the.
It catches your eye, right?
No.
Doesn't catch your eye?
I mean, like, he's big, so.
That's why.
Yeah.
Catches your eye just for a sec. Oh,
You
this
can't
guy's
not look at him. 'cause
Right, you
he's
say,
just,
"Wow,
like,
this
he
guy's
takes up
got
like the
big
entire
muscles."
screen, so.
right.
He looks like he'd be on Spartacus or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. yeah.
300.
So next
Yeah,
we go to the back. We see Leo Kruger just standing and laughing over Xavier Woods. So I guess we're leading into something for
cool.
probably next week.
Kruger's great.
Yeah, he's a very interesting
very
character.
technical. He's from South Africa, and this guy, he's so technical. Like you've seen his matches, I'm assuming. He's great.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of his.
Very interesting character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the whole my eyes have seen what they've seen and my hands have done what they've done.
That's
You know,
awesome.
It's great.
That sounds good. I'm gonna use that one.
So we go into our main event of the evening: Sami Zayn versus Jack Swagger.
Twister.
Zayn starts off really aggressive in this in the match. Starts giving shots in the corner. Jack Swagger gives him a shoulder block. Hits the ropes. Sami drops down, leapfrogs, gives him a nice drop kick, and takes control. He whips and reverses him, and Swagger kind of throws him up in the air, and Sami hits a very nice kind of drop kick.
Oh, it was a beautiful execution.
Very high drop kick. Beautiful drop kick.
Not easy.
And sends Swagger out. Sami then teases coming out for the dive and holds up short and does kind of a split-legged springboard backflip.
He was able to adjust in mid-movement because Jack Swagger and Zeb, they split off into different directions, so he was able to change his whatever he was going for in mid-movement.
Unbelievable body control. Just
amazing.
Split second be able to stop that.
And the fans went wild for it.
Oh my God.
They love him.
Backflips back into the ring, and this is where Zeb kind of distracts Sami, and Swagger is able to come in and cut him down and take over from there. And then we go to a commercial break.
Oh, yeah, my favorite part.
Your favorite. When we come back, Sami is in the hold. He starts to fight out of it, but Swagger hits him with a belly-to-belly suplex, continues to work on him.
Hug suplex.
Until he does that. What was that?
No, that's Bailey's.
No?
Hugplex.
Oh, the Hugplex was earlier.
Another version of
It
it?
was a modified Hugplex.
The original.
And then he gives him kind of a short arm clothesline, which just inside out flips
Jesus
him,
Christ.
flips him around.
My
Wow.
goodness. I don't know how he continued after that. I mean, that was fantastic looking.
Thought he was done from there.
Shawn Michael-esque.
Swagger then locks in a double armbar. Sami fights out Swagger charges, and Sami low bridges, pulls the bottom rope down. Swagger goes over the top and goes and hits, and what's this dive? The big dive he hits
The
there.
Spaldasso, tope con hilo, and in English, just a forward flip. I call it the forward flip.
Forward flip dive.
It's
It
kindergarten.
sounds like it should have a way cooler name than that.
Right?
The forward flip.
It's like what a kindergartner would say. Yeah, he did the forward flip over the top rope. That's what I use.
So he hits the dive, puts Swagger back in the ring, goes up high crossbody from the top, 2 count. Swagger in the corner, Sami goes running for that running boot into the corner, but Swagger catches it and puts him up to go for his big kind of power slam there. Sami slips out of that and hits the Blue Thunder Driver. Is that where it's? No, I'm sorry. He hits a sunset flip and gets a 2 on there. Sami in the corner. Sami slips out, and that's when he hits the Blue Thunder Driver for a close 2. Swagger then goes and grabs for the Patriot Lock, which
Sami, is that what he calls it? No.
The ankle lock is the Patriot Lock. Grabs for the Patriot Lock. Sami starts to fight out a little bit. Rolls him over, hits him with the gut wrench power bomb.
That whole sequence was amazing looking. These guys, they work so well together.
Yeah,
this is
and forth.
The best that I think I've seen Swagger look in a really long time too.
Ever.
I mean,
it's the best match I've
honestly,
ever seen him in.
It's a reflection of how good Sami
is. Yeah,
Zayn is.
Sami Zayn. Yeah.
Sami's insane.
Sami insane Zayn.
He has honestly had some of the best matches on NXT in all of WWE.
Absolutely.
Like, they are raw quality matches.
Absolutely.
Better than Raw matches. I mean, it's people. There's some of them are pay-per-view quality matches.
I mean, we've been talking about how on the on Raw, on our Raw after show, that they kind of created Los Matadores so that they could bring in Sami Zayn without having the Olay chance.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I feel like that's specifically for him.
Which we opened the show with, with his old indie music.
Why not just embrace it? Like, why can't they just...
Because they don't own it.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't own the character.
Okay.
So,
well,
then Jack Swagger locks in the Patriot Lock. Zeb Coulter starts calling for him to tap out. Sami Zayn gets to the ropes and starts kind of fighting and kicking with one leg. Swagger goes for the Swagger bomb, but he gets the knees up. Finally hits the running boot into the corner. Zayn goes for 3, almost gets the near fall there. Zayn pounds away and signals that he's going to go to the top. Swagger comes, knocks him down, gets up to go for like a superplex or something, but Sami fights out and hits a sunset flip power bomb off the top rope, which is awesome.
For such a close count. And by that point, those two have people in their palms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
fans are chanting, "This is awesome." They're so into it.
It was just such a great pace for a match.
Yeah.
It was just a fantastic match.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Dallas comes down, starts to distract Zayn, and that gives Swagger time to get behind the lock.
Bo.
Bo. They're saying Bo.
What are they, from the country somewhere? Bo.
Bo.
Country accent of some sort.
Swagger locks in the Patriot Lock to the already injured ankle, and Sami Zayn is forced to tap and fight another day.
Yep. What a great match.
Amazing match.
Right? Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, I wasn't sure how Sami and Zayn would do without a mask.
Mm-hmm. That was always the big question.
Yeah, that was the question, and it's obvious that he's just so naturally charismatic, and he's honestly physically, I'd go as far as saying he's physically gifted. He's so mobile, so smooth, so fluid in the ring. He's fantastic.
You can kind of see how he has like the luchador side to him, even now that he's taken off the mask and everything.
Yeah, he was never really a true luchador.
No, he wasn't.
Is that because he's white?
Well, it's a different. It's a different style. It's a different style of wrestling.
But he's traveled all around the world, and he's got so much experience, and the moves that he executes. He's smart to do the things that he's really good at. He's not gonna do something that doesn't look. Everything that he does is fluid, and he's, I mean, he's on a hot streak, right? Like Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan almost
for
in
NXT,
right?
absolutely. And for a guy that's worn a mask for 10 years, you would wonder about that character. But like, I like kind of this. He's just kind of this kind of hipster, kind of cool
and
guy.
it's
Always
kind of
flirting
himself.
With yeah,
it's kind of how he is.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And
I've always heard that he's got a really interesting personality.
yeah,
Everyone's always
very
said
down
that.
to earth, and it's working for him.
Yeah, it
I
totally
and I love
works.
it. He's got such a bright future.
Yeah. I can't see him not being on the roster. I mean, I can see this being almost like a Cesaro situation where he was there for 6 months before they put him on
It's
TV.
a matter of time. Sometimes it's almost like you could be ready and you could be talented. Sometimes there's just not enough space on Raw.
roster.
There's so much going on by that point. Sometimes you just gotta wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I think Ambrose was traveling on the main roster for 6, 7, 8 months before they debuted the Shield.
And I remember that Ambrose had a quick rise. As soon as he arrived, everybody was so in awe of him.
Yeah.
Because he was so different.
He's
and
so
he could,
talented on the mic, too.
He's talented on the mic.
You shut up when he's talking.
Yeah, he tells a great story, and he's also really good in the ring. He's a very polished wrestler.
Yeah.
He's traveled all around. So, I mean, it's a matter of time for these guys.
Yeah.
You know, Alexander Rusev, Zayn, it's a matter of time.
The future's bright, I think.
Yeah.
There's some really good talent.
And
down
they're
there.
all really young guys. I think
Yeah.
like 16, 15, you know, but they, you know, get up, got long careers ahead of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is
No.
it. Yeah.
No.
Are you
He
going to
doesn't
refuse
want
to
it
leave?
to end.
No.
If you break that, you buy it.
Yeah, I can't.
much?
Don't break the.
You can make a check out to
Several
Maria
$1,000s.
Menounos, and
I'd rather get one of those air conditioners for my house.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
$5,000 silent air conditioner.
So I guess very quickly, Cathy Kelley, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley, and then you can find me here at AfterBuzz TV doing Raw After Show and other shows.
Are you by any chance Kelley's sister?
I think we might be related.
Like third cousins,
Yeah.
right? Maybe. Alex, where can people find you? Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. The @ symbol, Alex Koslov, com, C-O-M. That's where I'm at. And
Awesome.
my channel on YouTube, AK01.
Perfect. And you'll be back wrestling in Japan and
I'll be in
next
Japan in
month or so?
October, and you can catch me and my partner Rocky Romero in Ring of Honor in September 25th.
Awesome. That's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, sucks I can't make it.
Oh, that's our next Wrestling Pro Wrestling
You
show
can
too.
send
You're not gonna be
presents
there,
to
huh?
our P.O. box
Oh,
for
all right,
Ryan Clum.
we'll talk about that. But anyways, you can find me at Cluminator on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, I had a couple little hiccups here, but it's my first time. It's my first time in this chair, so we'll smooth that out. Thank you so much for joining us for our very first NXT AfterBuzz After Show.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.